dreams shattered.
Yeah, because it was my dream to hold.
So we don't have any intro music then. Oh, Edward. Cue Kevin Zorvo then.
Do you have any other intro music other than the one that says Sofa Kingdom?
No, we say Sofa Kingdom, so it just has the music that plays, but Eddie has a good...
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, I like that one.
Got the sad Hulk. I love this one.
Ed,
Can I make a suggestion that doesn't involve violence? Or is this the wrong crowd?
Which one you guys thinking?
well, we figured you'd be like, hey, welcome to Russell the Muscle here on location at the Sofa Kingdom.
And then you put disappointed, you asshole. No, I wouldn't even be mad if you did that.
Yeah. No, we're going to have fun with it. Don't
Kick it off with hello, darkness, my old friend. Oh, man.
All right, so Eddie is recording.
Oh, so it's already started.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
so
okay.
you can go ahead and jump right into it. Hold on a second. Here,
Move your damn water bottle.
But that's your water bottle, bitch.
I don't want that right here. So here, put it in your cup holder.
I
All
already
right,
got
yo,
one.
bro, if he gets
Guys,
fucking thirsty, don't give him anything. Fuck that. Die of thirst. Joe Camel style.
I'm trying to fucking start here.
Start the podcast, bro.
All right, hold on. Let me get in character.
All right.
Yo.
So, welcome to the Sofa Kingdom podcast with your host, Nelson. All right. And he's not here today, but to fill in and just as ugly, Russell the Muscle.
Whoa. First off, this is my show. Both of you shut the fuck up.
Hold on a second. Take a look behind you. What do you see there?
Hold on.
What do you see behind you, sir?
Okay.
Hold on, just answer the question. That's it. Wait, just look behind you. Just look behind you and answer the question. What do you see?
All
What do you
right,
see?
Be quiet. Hold on. Getting back into character.
All right, get back into character.
Take two.
Take two. Take three. Welcome to the Sofa Kingdom podcast with your hosts, Nelson and Ian's not here today, but we found this ugly motherfucker on the street jumping in to fill his role. He doesn't have a man bun, but he's got fro.
All right, I'm about to whoop this motherfucker's ass in a second.
All right, go ahead. Make your intro.
Yeah, I can't even do it anymore. Yo, welcome to
The Sofa Kingdom podcast with your host. Turn it up.
Welcome to Muscle Talk.
About time.
Welcome to Muscle Talk
with Russell.
with your host Russell the Muscle.
Hey, bro, you don't have to yell. This is a very soothing environment. Holy shit.
Please,
Man, nobody's trying to outstage you.
please welcome my guest on Muscle Talk, going live from Sofa Kingdom. This motherfucker right here who interrupted me 50 times.
Nelson.
Ed.
That's
And the
right.
afterthought, like Nelson has mentioned in other episodes.
Well, we just wanted to jump on your podcast with you and talk about the DCEU, so we thought
About time we get to start
Yes.
talking about it.
But
When you think of the DCU, you're never
that's right. I mean, because they have such classics as The Green Lantern.
All right, get the hell out of here.
That's the DC we're talking about, right?
Yeah, the bet.
The Incredible Hulk.
pouring out for the Green Lantern movie.
Oh, man. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds played in so much better movies than the Green Lantern. Let me get that
Yes.
straight.
Like X-Men, Days of Future Past,
Oh, phenomenal role there.
where he played Deadpool.
The merc with a mouth with his mouth sewn shut.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Days of Future Past.
He
What?
teleported? Does Deadpool teleport?
They gave him teleportation.
What
yes.
the fuck?
Excuse me. Get your movies right. Don't you mean the Origins, X-Men Origins?
Oh, yeah,
Wolverine?
yeah.
Days of Future Past. This
Yeah, you're
man
right.
said, Eddie.
You're right.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
right. My
no,
bad.
yeah.
That's
Yes.
where you should have played Disappointed.
Well, listen, guys, if you're tired of boring ass podcasts like Russell the Muscle, you can find us at SofaKingdom.com. Sofa Kingdom OFC. No, but back to what you were saying.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds played in such better movies, such as Deadpool, not X-Men Origins.
Okay,
but
all right,
Deadpool
got you.
itself.
No, you're right. But I mean, it's so good that we're starting off the DCEU movie podcast talking about Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool because
He does get around though.
he does.
I mean, no one is as handsome as Ryan Reynolds.
This is true. This is true. Says this guy. 'Cause I'm not looking at him. All right. So if we're gonna talk about the DCEU, right? We're gonna talk about it in its newest format. Not talking about the original movies, correct?
Yes.
So the current movies disregarding what may happen with Flashpoint.
Correct. So no Snyder cut.
Yeah, no Snyder
The
cut
Snyder
either.
cut
Okay.
is, as much as the fans want that to be canon, they've already said no, we refuse.
Okay. So no original Tim Burton, Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson.
Nope.
Badass motherfucker Batman.
Nope, those movies sucked anyways.
Goddamn.
No
God
Joaquin
damn it.
Phoenix.
So you never danced with the devil in the pale moonlight because
That's one I got to get for the board.
yes. That's a good one. All right. So then lead us, oh Capitan.
What's the first movie on the DCEU?
The first movie I will talk about is one that I actually kind of enjoyed, and not for nothing, but
Hello Kitty? The animated.
maybe on Wednesdays,
Feature
but
film?
I don't watch that every day of the week.
I got you. All right.
But I'll talk about Wonder Woman.
Okay. The
Okay.
original?
Yes.
Okay.
Not 1984. We don't talk about that on here.
Never talk about that. I don't know what the fuck they did there, but they even had the Mandalorian in that bitch, and they couldn't pull it off. How the fuck you got Pedro Pascal from Game of Thrones fighting the mountain, fucking him up before he got murdered brutally? I mean, stop talking, bro. But then they don't deliver on a great
They
movie.
got legendary armor from their island at Themyscira, and it gets
Yes.
destroyed by Catwoman.
Yeah, like from SNL.
All right, didn't we just say we don't talk about that movie on here?
we're not talking about that.
We don't. We're gonna put our crowd to sleep before
All
we
right,
even
yeah,
get
you're right,
into
you're
it.
right.
The first one with the fantastic No Man Land scene.
Yes.
That's the one to talk about.
Where Ares was in it, right? That was the main
Correct.
villain. I mean, you can't go wrong when
I
you
think
fight
her
fucking the God of
introduction
War.
was one of the best storylines in the DCEU movies.
But she was introduced
technically in Batman versus Superman.
with the most badass intro song
Yeah.
to come into.
That's true.
She was kicking some ass in that movie. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. The only part of that movie that was too fanatical for me or fantastical for me that I could not get behind, which everybody agrees, is that Batman can't fucking beat Superman, right?
All right.
Batman is
Disagree.
a piece of shit.
Disagree. Batman is the best DC superhero. Okay.
Okay, so wait.
It
what
always
you're-
takes kryptonite.
What
Takes
you're saying
kryptonite.
is Jeff Bezos could beat an alien with superpowers with the ability to punch 500 times an atomic bomb?
Superman has a weakness, kryptonite.
Yeah. So does Jeff Bezos. Taxes.
The problem with Superman, he's always too soft to actually go all out.
Right.
That's the only reason why you can plausibly have Batman win.
Okay, so here's
because if Superman goes all out, there's no planet for anyone else to stand on.
But here's where I would say that rule doesn't apply to the DCEU. In the original Superman movie, Superman Henry Cavill, when he comes back in,
Yep.
he kills somebody,
That's true.
Yeah.
right?
But he-
so
he-
why can't he kill Batman?
He did have a very upset face when he
yeah.
broke his neck,
The reason why he can't kill Batman is because he can't kill Batman.
Get the fuck out of
Because
here.
Batman is
So you
better.
mean the man wrapped in aluminum foil can beat Martha, the hero from Krypton? Get the fuck
All
out
I
of
got to say about that is, I'm Batman.
here. Yeah. Oh man. So, yeah, we could talk about how Batman sucks all day.
Talking about Batman, I gotta say, Joker. Listen, I know we're not really talking about the Joker, other than
Which
Jared
Joker?
Leto, the best Joker of all time.
No, I agree. Yeah, by far.
All right, listen, I'm gonna slap you in the face because I was joking.
No. I have a Joker tracksuit that I wear to work with the matching gold plated mouthpiece, and I love it, bro.
The
my
only
God.
problem with Joker in the current DCEU is the best part that he played, which was in the Snyder Cut,
Right.
is not canon.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
apparently, when they filmed that movie, he was supposed to be the main bad guy.
And he
they-
should've.
They switched it up, and everything got dropped. There's essentially an entire film sitting in a can somewhere, and we're not going to get the Snyder Cut version of that and actually see what Jared Leto did as Joker. That's gone. They're not
Yeah.
going to let it out again.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
did you watch the Snyder Cut, the extended version?
Yeah.
Okay, when you got to the end, you have to say that the interaction between Batfleck and Jared Leto was kind of compelling.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Like, I was like, that's the fucking movie they needed to make.
It was way better than the first Justice League movie.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I just don't understand why even bring the Martian Manhunter in if you're not going to do anything with him.
Yeah, they did. There was other characters they were supposed to have in also, and they got cut as well, even from the extended version.
Interesting.
But there's a lot of mess because before the Snyder Cut even came out, you were blaming Zack Snyder for the movie, and then it was somebody else that finished it, and then his allegations of
Right,
blah blah
right.
blah.
Okay.
So then when his version comes out, you're like, oh. Yeah, no, we like his better, and then they're still like, yeah, but we're doing this over
We're doing
here
this
anyway.
one that fucking
Yeah.
sucks that nobody wants. But, all right, so
Wonder Woman.
back to Wonder Woman.
Excellent
Yes.
movie from the DCEU.
I
About
agree.
damn time we get back
All
to
right,
Wonder
so
Woman.
are we going to give it a top 10 rating, top 5? Love it, hate it? How do you do your rating system?
Well, I mean, if we're talking about top 10, we only have like what, fucking 8 movies written down?
No, right. No, but I'm saying like
Yeah, once you go to canon, they really cut themselves off at the knees.
not as far as top 10. I'm saying like 1 through 10. Do you rate it like 1? This movie sucked. 5.
I'll give it-
it's in the middle. You should go see it. 10. It's the best thing you've ever seen.
You know what? I will give Wonder Woman. I'll be generous. I'll give it like an 8.5. I thought it was well written. I thought it had a great storyline. I thought it had great moments in it. And just overall, it's one of the few DCEU movies that I could actually watch over and over and over again.
Yeah, if they missed with the Wonder Woman movie, we wouldn't have any of the other DCEU.
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree. She really carried the DCEU on her back when
Yes.
it came out. And I would have to say, just to be better than you, I would give it an 8.6.
Are you always an asshole?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Is he always an asshole?
No, this isn't an act. This is not an act. Ed, what about you?
I mean, Wonder Woman's probably the second strongest movie.
You're going to give it
that
an
they have.
8.7?
So we'll what's Price is Right? You gotta, without going over, 8.4.
Go big or
So I
go
went-
home, bro. Go big or go home.
Oh, my God.
So you're going 8.4, 8.5, 8.6 because I'm the best. All right, so we got Wonder Woman in there. Fuck the second Wonder Woman. The director, you shit the bed. You have one of the hottest superhero women, strong, badass. She was actually in the...
Don't let your wife hear you say that.
no, don't worry. I'm not telling her about it. Don't watch
Don't watch
this.
the episode.
He made me say it. So you owe me $5, by the way. Not the Mossad. She fought in the army.
Oh yeah. Well, you also have to consider that in their country, it's conscription. Everyone does.
Right. But still, she's badass enough to do it.
Yeah.
So shout out to Wonder Woman. So all right. So we rated Wonder Woman. Next up on the list, according to RJ's top 8 out of top 10. Birds of Prey.
Let me get this straight. Birds of Prey, the best DCEU movie ever made.
Okay. According to you.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
I was gonna say, I'm watching you, and your credibility is going down.
Let's not put that on record, okay?
You're like Green Lantern, #1. Birds of Prey, better than that. Like, bro, you don't know how this works.
Oh man.
So Birds of Prey.
I don't think. Honestly, I don't think it was a complete terrible movie.
Me neither. I enjoyed it.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it did have some flaws, but like I won't rate it as high as Wonder Woman.
Okay.
But I thought Harley Quinn, I thought she did a great job in
Okay.
it. I thought the storyline was pretty well written. I thought some of the characters were underdeveloped though.
The Canary, for
Yeah,
sure.
oh, yeah,
Because
for
she was
sure.
badass.
They really it goes again with they're trying to catch up to Marvel,
Right.
And they're trying to squeeze
Yep.
a dozen characters
Sure.
into a single movie, and they're not letting enough time for the characters to actually develop in their own right
Sure.
Yeah.
before teaming them up.
Because you had the
That's-
Huntress.
and that's where the
Oh,
movie
yeah.
suffers. Because
Right.
nobody, it's not like you're watching the movie and there's bad acting.
Right.
You know what I mean? Nobody's going over the top. The bees, like fucking what's his
Yeah.
name? You know what I mean? Like it's
Like
it's,
Ryan Reynolds in the Green Lantern.
it's nothing like that. It's just like there's bits and pieces missing, and it's just because
Sure.
you don't have the
We're off the Green
characters
Lantern, okay.
established.
Got it.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying. I feel as if, like you said, kind of, they rushed it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Marvel took their time. It took years and years until
To
they got to their
develop.
big movie.
Yeah.
And it developed every character properly. Almost every character. I mean, we don't care about people like Mantis. But, but
Mantis is DC.
don't freaking confuse me like that.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
The Mantis
the
in
antenna chick.
Aquaman? Right? I'm not making this up, right? The Mantis? I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead. Sorry. I really like to throw people off their train of thought.
I see that. I see what it's like being
Yeah.
on Sofa Kingdom.
Thank you for acknowledging you're on the Sofa Kingdom
All right, I'm gonna
podcast.
say-
Signs on the wall.
Disappointed.
In Russell the Muscle. So, back to the Mantis.
Yeah, we're not talking about Marvel though. But yeah, Marvel took their time.
Mm-hmm.
DC rushed it. It took like 1 year to make all their movies and get
Sure.
to Justice League, which is why next we'll talk about Justice League. Justice League wasn't even like that good.
Sure.
It
All
was,
right, so
And it's annoying because like the bits of Batman that Ben Affleck did, I enjoy.
Batfleck.
That's fine. I'm all on board. I wanted to see, but
Yeah.
it just like the other movie, I wanted to see more of his
Sure.
character.
yeah.
Of his portrayal of the Batman, because
Yes.
he really did nail old man Batman
Yeah,
style.
and
like,
it goes again to the Snyder Cut. Where you're like, I love that last interaction with him and Joker. I wanted that into the canon, into
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah.
So, what is your rating for Birds of Mantis?
I didn't expect that. You caught me off guard for a second. Birds of Prey, I'll rank it. I'll give it like a 6.
Okay, a 6. Ed, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, if 5 is below average, when you start getting into the don't watch territory, I'd say a 6 is
If
fair.
this motherfucker says 6.1,
No.
I would slap him in the face.
Listen, I would never do that. 6.2.
How did I see that coming? When you said I would never do that, I saw that coming.
No, you're right. -1. So, what I want to say is this: is that it was campy, but it was fun.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it for what it was, and what I do with the DC movies versus the Marvel, because Marvel, I expect a level of excellence that I don't think
Of
DC
course.
has yet managed to capture in the cinematic universe, because DC does succeed in the animated universe.
blow.
It really succeeds in the
live action
CW,
TV.
Oh,
their
yeah.
live action TV. They kind of nail it there.
I mean, they hit crossovers regularly.
Yeah.
And they keep it all tied together.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
all works. And at the end, you're like,
that
thank
was
you.
dope.
The
Yeah, it really was.
Arrowverse is actually really good. I enjoyed it.
And I think they keep fucking sleeping on some of the biggest characters that could have a real legitimate impact on screen in the DC universe. Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern. You know, they never really quite play off of the Black Canary and the Green Arrow. They could be a much better, more impactful
Yeah.
Red Tornado. Like,
Yep.
they really could have hit the Justice League. And if you want comedic release, you've got the fucking... What's the name of that fucking... The gold guy with the robot? You know what I'm talking about? from the future who's always fucking things up for the
Booster
Justice
Gold.
League. Booster Gold.
And Booster Gold has always got a great story.
Come
'cause
on, that's Ant-Man.
He's always, because in almost every storyline with Booster Gold, he's always the comic relief. He's always failing, always failing, always failing.
Yeah.
And then the one time he does succeed, he dies.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So he does have this wonderful tragic hero story about him.
Right, and people would love to see that. Right, it's the same thing that I feel like they do with Superman. Leave Lex Luthor alone.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck about fighting another Jeff Bezos. Like, there's so many more villains Superman
if
can
you're gonna
fight.
If you're gonna use Lex Luthor, he's got to sit in the background. He's
Yeah.
got to be the kingpin, orchestrating
Yes.
from the background. Not a Marvel reference, but it is.
Yes.
Because that's where he should be.
Right.
He's supposed to be smart enough to not be front and center and being known to be the person orchestrating everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, jumping into the third movie of 8 out of 10. RJ, you said you wanted to go into
Justice League.
The Suicide Squad.
Oh man! Once again, the best movie
Justice
ever.
League. I'm bringing it back. Slow down.
Yeah.
It's too soon. Shh.
Yeah, you're right. We
Justice
got to save
League.
the best for last.
Take it away, sir.
All right, it was trash.
Take it away, sir.
It was
Really?
garbage. Listen,
so you
there was
didn't like it at all.
There was. I mean, I guess I won't. I'll probably give it like a 5, to be honest.
Really?
The first one.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Snyder cut, I would watch again.
Yes.
I thought Justice League was so underdeveloped. I thought it was too rushed. I thought it was just like all the characters. I was just not entertained. The Flash probably had the only scenes that I really liked. Like the moment where the Flash was running around Superman and Superman's eyes were following him. That was funny.
Yeah.
So there was a few good moments that are memorable, but for the most part, to me, that movie's not memorable, and I just don't want to watch it.
It's memorable for the wrong reasons.
Right.
Like I'm not like don't watch the movie, but I'm like I was disappointed.
Yeah.
It could have been so much
Oh
more.
yeah,
I think-
Especially when you see the Snyder cut, you're like,
Yeah.
man, they fucked up.
I think the level of expectation when it came out was that it was going to be DC's answer to the Marvel Universe, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
And so there was so much hype behind it, and fantastic actors and actresses,
Yes.
too.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like, yo, you've got the Aquaman. You've got the right Aquaman, right? You don't got blonde hair, blue eyes, Aryan Nation Aquaman.
Yeah.
You got legit King fucking Aquaman up in this bitch. I know Iron Man. This is Marvel.
Namor's
It's
better.
thinking.
Namor's better.
You got Mantis. Namor. Fucking nobody cares a fuck about Namor.
They're trying to bring Namor
Yeah,
in. but-
fuck Namor. That would be Marvel's biggest mistake, bringing Namor in, because let's be real, no one gives a fuck about Namor.
He's a ripoff Aquaman.
Yeah, the only time he matters in the Marvel,
He's an angry Aquaman. That's what he is.
when it comes to the Secret Wars.
Yeah.
And that's when they need additional troops from Atlantis or wherever Namor is from. Because I don't even know.
We need a human
about
shield. Throw the dead
the
bodies.
Gordon
Put them all in
Fisherman.
the
I
water.
don't need the Gordon
Man, why'd you
Fisherman
bring up
to the
Namor? We're not
rescue.
talking about Marvel.
No, you're right. Okay, all right. So back to it. What is your ranking for the Justice League? 6?
I'll give it. You know what? I'll go up more than I did before. I said 5 before. I'll say 5.5. I'll say 5.5.
So 5. We're just recapping. You?
It's a strong middle of the road 5.
5. I'm gonna give it a 5.1. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go a little higher. I'm gonna give it a little more. I'm gonna give it a 6 because there were some legitimate parts in the movie, action-wise, that I really liked, and I did like certain interactions between Aquaman and Batman, between Batman and the Flash. Wonder Woman always sells. Probably the biggest upsetting actor's role in the movie was Cyborg. I felt
He was underdeveloped.
he was pretty trash. Not only was he underdeveloped, I just didn't like him. Like the guy that plays Cyborg in Doom Patrol is legit. I feel like that is the Cyborg that I like, because we all watch Teen Titans.
Oh yeah.
And so there was a little bit of levity with Cyborg. He had his depressing moments, but he didn't live in that.
Yeah.
like they did in the movie. He had a little bit of life to him, a little bit of fun to him.
Yeah, I think I have
And
the
that's what I like
same-
from the Doom Patrol
I have the
about
same
him.
perspective on Cyborg because as much as I'm aware of him in the comics and everything else like that, I do have to say the Teen Titans has the largest sharehold of my knowledge of Cyborg.
Right, yeah.
Like, and that's who he is. He's a levity character.
Yeah.
So as much as yes, things are bad, he's not the one to wallow in it.
Right,
Yeah.
that was Raven's job.
Yes.
Man,
All right.
speaking of Cyborg, let's talk about his movie. Oh, that's right. No one gave a fuck about him enough to make him his own
I was
movie.
gonna say he's got a movie. Did I watch the wrong Ex Machina? What's going on here? All right. So going into number 4 movie. What is it?
I guess we can talk about Aquaman.
All right, Aquaman, probably my personal favorite of the DCEU franchise.
Really?
Yes, and one, he's my favorite character to play on Injustice and Injustice 2. If you've never heard of it, best fucking video game out there.
I hate playing him in Injustice.
And what character do I use?
Aquaman.
Goddamn right. Yeah, every time RJ comes to my house, he leaves with a pitchfork up the ass. I mean, trident. My apologies, trident, sir.
Oh, man. Honestly, I thought Aquaman was pretty good,
Yeah.
but I thought some of the acting could have used some work. Other than the main role, I thought a lot of the actors in the movie was pretty bad at
So
that.
basically, you hated Amber Heard, which is the lady that destroyed Johnny Depp's life. She shit on his bed. What the fuck?
How did it take an additional year to remove the actual abuser from the next film versus the man who was getting abused?
That's Hollywood for you, man. I'm telling you. Captain Jack Sparrow got no love. That's all I'm saying, man. You know what? There's a huge petition online, and I'm not kidding, to replace Amber Heard with Johnny Depp.
Oh, that would be hilarious. I'll watch it twice.
I would definitely watch it. Fuck yeah. And I think, you
That'd
know
be
what?
so hot.
He'd probably kill. I wouldn't say it's so hot, but he would kill. We're learning a lot about Russell the Muscle.
What would you rank Aquaman then?
I'm going to give Aquaman an 8. And that's because one of my favorite childhood characters, and I like Jason Momoa as an actor, and I felt like if you were to bring in Aquaman, who a lot of people consider probably the worst of superheroes and
Yeah.
superhero abilities, even as Family Guy.
He's like 4th tier character.
Yes, I liked the actor, I liked the script, and I liked the movie. So I'm going to go with an 8
Okay.
for Aquaman.
All right. Well, I think I got to give it an 8.1.
Oh, sorry, I meant 8.2.
I'll give it an 8. Wonder Woman's a little higher only because it saved the
Yes.
DCEU.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Aquaman was up there.
Yeah, it came right in after her, and it was like, all right, they're finally hitting the
Momentum.
mark.
They got some momentum.
Yes. All right, so we got Aquaman out of the way. What else would you like to get into for your list?
I'll talk about Shazam.
Shazam!
I
Shazam!
really, really enjoyed Shazam.
So did I.
I thought it was a great movie, great storyline, and the way they told the story of him as a kid running away at first, because it's the
Yes.
introduction. A lot of people found that annoying that he ran away so much, but they got to keep in mind he's a kid
Right.
Yes.
in an adult's body, which
And I
sounds
think-
kind of creepy if you really think about it.
Well, I think you hit the mark, and that's what it was. It was a portrayal of a superhero that comes to age too soon. So even though the man is there, he's still a boy.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, right?
but it's hilarious. It's a great movie.
Yeah, and I think they chose properly
Yes.
to cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Chuck
Oh,
was the
yeah.
right guy
Zachary
to go with.
Levi.
Zachary
Levi. Oh man.
You know, he sold it.
The only problem is he clearly wasn't willing to get on the sauce to get as big as The Rock.
But you mean that those muscles weren't real? What?
But acting wise, he played the role perfectly.
No, he killed it.
Yeah.
I thought he brought the right amount of humor, and actually, that's probably the DC's Thor Ragnarok.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
As far as comedy is concerned.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
because it did hit the mark comedically. It was fun. It was funny.
But like you said, great actor. I mean, Chuck is one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
when I knew that he was playing Shazam, I was like, oh, I gotta watch this.
No, I
and it
believe
was
you
great.
slept at the movie theater to see Shazam
Oh,
for Chuck.
of course. I always
Zachary.
had a
Zachary.
little crush on Zachary.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen, man. Do what you gotta do, bro.
Trying to make that big bucks
No,
early.
there's no judging here. Have fun, partner. All right. So, what would you rate it again?
I am going to rate it. Honestly, we haven't talked about my first favorite yet.
Okay,
This
we'll
is
get
my
there.
second favorite
Second favorite.
DCEU movie,
All right.
and I'm gonna rate it a 9.
You didn't do it again.
9.
All right. Yeah, you failed both times. All right. So for me, I'm gonna.
No one cares.
I'm gonna
Eddie?
give it a 7.9. Only because I really did like it. I really did enjoy it, but I gotta go with Aquaman.
Why the fuck 7.9?
Because it's good enough
Why
to be
0.9?
number 2.
It's good enough to be high up there, but not better than Aquaman.
Goddamn right.
Yeah, and I come to the same conclusion with it. I'll say 7.5. I if anything, I kind of wanted a little more movie.
Yeah.
I wanted a little more in there. And I know some of the movies, especially with the superheroes, they get a little long, but I don't mind that.
Me
like,
neither.
like I don't care. Give me the story you wish to tell and the time you need to tell it instead of cutting things out. That's the way I see it.
For me, like everyone who knows me knows I'm into comedy. So typically, I love people like Kevin Hart, The Rock. They they're funny actors.
Yeah.
So I
Jumanji, you just explained. But go
Jungle
ahead.
Cruise.
He wasn't in the Jungle Cruise.
Doesn't
He was
matter.
in. All right.
You know what? What if I was talking about
he was in
Central
the background. He was
Intelligence?
just
What
really,
if I was
really
talking about
small.
Central Intelligence?
You're right. You could have been talking about Kung Fu Panda.
Central Intelligence was a good one.
That was a good movie. It really was. Yeah.
Oh,
the fact
man.
that he kept his jacket was a little fucking creepy, though. It was a little fucking creepy.
He was going butt ass naked into the
Yeah,
gym.
but let me ask you something. If The Rock was like, "Hey, Russell, I kept your football jacket from high school," are you gonna step up to him, or are you gonna be like, "Thanks"?
Dude, I'm Russell the Muscle. He'll be intimidated to talk to me already.
What was I thinking? My bad. So, moving on. All right, we're gonna jump into. You have on the list Suicide Squad 1 and 2 or Batman v Superman. What do you wanna jump
We'll talk
into?
about Suicide Squad 1 and 2
All right.
because Suicide Squad 1, great movie. Fantastic best Joker of all time, Jared Leto. No, we don't talk about him actually. Just like
We've already established that I like the Jared Leto Joker, so go fuck yourself.
best Joker goes to Heath Ledger.
Okay,
Joaquin Phoenix is a close
Okay,
second.
hold on a second. What about Jack Nicholson? What about Mark Hamill's Joker in the animated series?
Why is he yelling at me?
What? You just can't say, "Oh, Heath Ledger." He fucking had one movie.
But I love that fucking movie.
All right, listen,
Yeah,
it
I
was
mean,
great.
It's not like the man died and couldn't
Right,
make another
yeah. I
one.
mean, like, maybe if he died, people will hold him in a higher regard than the rest of the Jokers. Here's a thought. How about live and make another movie?
Although I will say I'm excited for Joker 2 because Joaquin Phoenix, I really enjoyed him, especially that laugh. Just that laugh throughout the movie he had was perfect.
I think he portrayed the Joker from a completely different, more human perspective, and still that fucking psycho was very subtle.
But I mean, like, point to me a Joaquin Phoenix movie that's bad.
the one where he did about his life. The one that it was supposed to be.
Where he became a rapper?
Yes! Okay, so that's it.
Okay.
But I mean, the other movies were great. You know, Walk the Line, Gladiator.
So as long as he's not himself,
Yes.
spot on.
Him
All right,
or
we're talking
her.
about Suicide Squad.
Yes, back
We're
to-
going off topic here.
All right, Suicide Squad #1. What's your rating? Moving on, Edward. Suicide Squad #1.
All right, I'm talking. I will slap you
My
just
bad,
like I'm going to
Muscle.
slap him.
Go ahead, Muscle. Go ahead, Muscles.
I rated one thing.
1. Give it a 1. All right, he gives it a 1.
I give it a fart noise.
You give it a fart noise. And your talking privileges have been revoked. So
I don't know. I really enjoyed Harley Quinn in it, but she was probably between her and Deadshot. Those were the only characters that I really liked in it. So I'll probably, I guess I'll give it like a 4.
give it a 4. So,
I really didn't
wait
like
a
that
second,
movie.
Wait a second. You didn't like Captain Boomerang?
I did not give 2 shits about Captain Boomerang.
You didn't like Captain Boomerang held that movie together.
He was
He
pretty
was the
funny.
glue that held that movie together.
Stop looking at me like that. What's your rating?
For Suicide Squad, you gave it a 1?
4.
All right, so you gave it a 1.
I gave it a fart noise technically at the beginning.
So you gave it a 4. Suicide Squad, I liked it. Didn't hate it. It was a little campy. I did not understand why they went with the Enchantress as the main villain when clearly the Joker should have been the main villain. Another weird choice was if they would have swapped Will Smith's role with the Captain, I think that would have been a better fit.
Yeah.
I would have liked that a lot better. So I'm saying I would probably give it like a 5. I'd give it a 5 because there were some good moments, some good moments, some memorable stuff, some laughs. Like when they killed the guy with the hang gliding thing right away. I was like, fuck that guy. I think the most underutilized character was the Hispanic guy that turned into flames.
Yeah.
He could have done some more damage. I would like to see him.
But they had him as the anchor at the end is really what it was.
Yeah, but I wanted to see him murder more people. That would have been cool.
All right, so the point is that's the worst movie in the DCEU. Next, all right, Eddie, what's your ranking?
I wouldn't say it's the worst. I'll give it a 6.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna tell someone to skip over it. I'm not mad at it. It could have been better. It did establish Harley Quinn. She was excellent in there.
Yes.
They did shoehorn a lot of stuff for Will Smith because he's the big name in the movie. They tried to really establish his character for him to fucking disappear.
And I don't think he even did a bad job, though.
No, I wasn't upset at it, but again, they tried to turn his character too much hero.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And he should have been a little more anti-hero than what they were trying to make him. He's an assassin.
I agree.
The touchy-feely, it doesn't work. He murders motherfuckers for a living.
And was he a pimp at some point in time in the movie? Like, his dress wear was odd as fuck. You know what I mean? It's like showing up with shades and an afro to a podcast.
So wait a second.
No comment.
If that
Muscles.
if that wasn't your worst in the DCEU,
Oh, we're
and
getting
then you
to
got
it.
it at 5 and a 6,
We're getting to it. We're getting to it.
it better not be Suicide Squad 2.
No. Suicide Squad 2,
That's
which
the best
everybody
one.
has seen.
To me, that's the best one.
That's the best one. That's your number
I
one.
love how you say everybody has seen when you know I haven't yet.
You haven't seen it? What the fuck, dude?
Oh,
Why
man,
not?
What the fuck? Seriously.
How can you rank DCEU movies and not see the newest of the
Clearly,
movies?
this list is defunct.
Fuck this
Why am I
guy.
here?
Get out of
I
here.
can't believe this.
This is bullshit.
It's absurd.
You know what? Fuck your podcast. Sofa Kingdom wouldn't do this shit. No, just kidding. We're back.
Oh man.
So, RJ,
Yeah, it's
you
the
were
only one I
saying
haven't seen
You
yet.
haven't seen it, so you can't rate or rank this movie. So this will
But
be
I heard
me and Eddie.
I heard it was great though.
Okay, well that's nice for you.
It's my favorite of the bunch. It really is.
Okay, so what are you giving it?
I'm giving it a 9.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say,
It did take a Marvel director to bring together DCEU.
yes,
But in totality, when you compare it to the other DCE movies, to me, it's the best one.
I really liked it. The only thing that I didn't like was the Weasel. The Weasel's an ugly character.
yeah.
He kind of reminds me of you.
No, he definitely reminds me of somebody in the room.
Not Russell the Muscle.
No, not Russell the Muscle. But he showed up with a gold chain. He had a blue shirt with a red collar. He clearly had a fro. His eyes were like this. I mean,
Wait a second. Are you trying to talk
no,
about
I'm
me?
not talking about you.
Hold on a second.
I'm not talking about.
I'm wearing a chain. I have a fro.
I'm not talking.
What's going on
I'm
here?
not talking about you. So, no, but the Weasel was a shitty character.
Yeah.
Completely unnecessary. And then they make the motherfucker live at the end. Which, if you haven't seen the movie, fuck you.
Yeah, spoilers.
No, but it was kind of crazy. Like, I liked it in the beginning, But when they start just murdering all of the Suicide Squad characters right there at the beginning, like every single one of them, Nathan Fillion, the Boomerang guy, everybody just dead. Like, why would you kill John Cena? Dead. He had 30 seconds in the fucking movie. You
That's why his show's going to be a prequel.
Oh, he didn't see it. Oh, shit, dude. My bad.
You know, I'm laughing because you're spoiling it, and I haven't seen it either.
I know. That's why we're doing that. So I would give it a 7.5. I give it a high ranking. I liked it, but there was still some things to it that, like, I was like, all right, you know, it didn't reflect the rest of the DCEU that I like now.
Yes.
So it was definitely great, but different from what they were establishing with Shazam, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I think that's the tone they're going to try to take going forward because they are doing a Peacemaker series.
Okay, yeah, and that looks great.
And what's amazing, though, is for all those characters, how James Gunn managed to introduce them, establish them, make them into a cohesive team,
murder them,
give you a movie, and still you're satisfied. Like, it didn't feel like the characters weren't understood by the time it was done.
I agree. I just thought it was disturbing how the Weasel ate John Cena in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Just like a bear.
Yeah, asshole first.
Alright.
Num 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 num.
I'm gonna kick someone's ass.
He was like Kobayashi. Num 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 num. You know who Kobayashi is, right?
I rank it.
You know
a
who
10.
Kobayashi is, right? He's the world hot dog eating champion. Num 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 num.
I rank it a 10. Well, the trailer.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit. So, moving on to probably your favorite movie of the bunch, Batman versus Superman.
I did think it. Yeah, I will rank that one. Honestly, I'll probably give it a 9 as well as Shazam, but I think maybe a 9.1 because I got it since I said it's a little better.
So it's a little better. Okay.
The reason why Shazam's so high with it is because, you know, like I said, it's hilarious. I loved it. I love
they killed
comedies.
it.
But Batman vs Superman, I thought was a good storyline, and I thought the way they introduced Wonder Woman was fantastic.
Yes.
Like we said earlier, the introduction music was amazing. That whole fight scene was amazing. The dialogue was great.
Yes.
Like when
Martha.
I'm talking more like when Batman said, "Tell me something. Do you bleed?" I mean that was great dialogue in the movie.
It was, because who doesn't bleed? But continue, yes.
Just the point is, and then when Batman beats Superman, it just proved my point that Batman's better than Superman. That's why I like it so much better.
Or he paid the directors a little more money to make him win the fucking fight. Because let's be honest, Superman could kill Batman from, I don't know, 3,000 yards away. He doesn't have to get close to the kryptonite.
Fine,
he
you
can
wanna
literally shoot into space, grab a meteor, and slam it on his fucking head.
He could literally, from the sun, kill him in 18 minutes. It's the speed of light. It's lasers for fucking eyes.
He could probably kill him with Wayne Tower.
Swing it like a baseball bat.
Yeah. He's like, oh, you're hiding in the Batcave? Crush it on top of you. He can fart and blow him into another continent. But no, tell me again how Batman destroyed Superman. Get the fuck out of my face. Do you realize that Deathstroke in the comics repeatedly destroyed Batman?
You know what?
The better assassin, the better ninja.
I give up.
Thank you. Thank you. Now that, my friends, is a 9 in the DCEU. RJ, giving up.
No, but overall, it is my favorite
Okay.
DCEU
It's a great movie. It's a great movie.
And I will rank it 9.1.
Okay, 9.1.
Like-
Ed?
I'm not going to give it nearly as high as a score. There was scenes that were great. The fight scenes were great and things like that. Some of the story was clunky to me.
Yes.
Some of the reasonings why and some of the things like that were very out of character for who the characters are supposed to be.
I agree.
Like the whole like Batman going so hard against fighting against Superman just doesn't make sense.
Because he's a critical thinker.
The way it stops with the whole Martha moment was hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Other than that, everything else in the movie I enjoyed. I wanted to see, again, I wanted to see more of Lex. I wanted to see what he could do because the person playing him is an excellent actor.
Right.
And I think he, again, had filmed so much more, and there was more in the scenes of he was playing very differently behind the scenes versus in front of the people when he was playing the Lex Luthor character, and you really didn't get any of it because they just squeezed so much of him out of the movie
Sure.
to kind of
Make it odd when you've seen him on the screen.
And it ended up, making it feel a little off to me.
All right, so what's your rating?
It's a 5. I wouldn't say don't go and see it.
Right.
But for what it could have been, I was just a little disappointed.
So for me, I actually hated Lex Luthor in that movie. I like the actor. I like the fact that he created Facebook, but I will say that I did not like him as Lex Luthor, and that's because huge Smallville fan.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So the Lex Luthor in there is the only Lex Luthor that should ever play Lex Luthor in the Lex Luthor of United States of America.
They're going to be doing an animated continuation of Smallville.
And he's going to play Lex.
He's playing Lex.
Okay, but I will say this. In Supergirl, the new Lex Luthor is kind of good.
Yes.
I kind of like him.
He's fun. I enjoy him.
I
Yes.
enjoy his portrayal, but it's a different portrayal.
Yes.
But the cocky, brash, kind of outlandish Lex, I'm kind of enjoying that a little bit, so I
Yes.
can't take away from that. But there's been a lot of Lex Luthors. Most of them were trash, including Kevin Spacey. But the Lex from Smallville was the best.
Best one, for sure.
But back to Superman versus Batman, because Batman versus Superman makes no sense. Batman beating Superman made the movie unfucking watchable. So I'm gonna give it
kick his ass.
a 3 for Gal Gadot being in it, and
Fucking 3, Nelson.
that's
Fucking
it.
3.
Fucking 3. If you want to see a good Batman movie, I don't know, watch anything without Batman versus Superman in it, and you'll have a great time. Okay? Because there's a lot of really good Batmans. Even Batnips. Batnips, George Clooney beats Batfleck versus Superman. So
That's
solid.
That's a tough one. That's
solid 3, bro.
Yo.
Solid 3.
Now-
It
now-
goes to the get the fuck out of here.
Now you're sounding like when you told me about Shinji Toru, the Japanese Spider-Man.
Yo, that motherfucker is dope. Listen, if you haven't seen his show, yo, that's the Spider-Man. The Japanese Spider-Man had guns. He had a bot. He had a motorcycle. He had a car with guns. He had guns and guns.
He's everything.
Spider-Man with guns.
He's everything the American Spider-Man is
Should have
not.
been. It's everything the American Spider-Man should have been. I mean, we're obsessed with guns, and our Spider-Man don't have guns. Come on. Give the motherfucker an Uzi. How much better is that? Spider-Man with Uzis. Think about it. Right? Brrr. Bring him back. Brrr. Bro, that's some fancy shit.
Oh my god. So
Anyway.
is that really what you're ranking it?
Yeah,
3?
I am 3.
All right.
Fuck back foot.
Well, before we end anything, I want to talk about what movies are you guys most excited for coming out
In the
for
DCEU?
Yeah.
For me, it's Shazam #2. Only a little bit out edges Black Adam, because I really like what they established in the first one.
Yeah.
And I think looking forward to Shazam #2, because now they got the whole team. So I'm
They
curious
got-
to see
They got to start getting
what
them
kind
out
of a
quick,
villain they're
because
bringing
let's-
to fight the whole team of Shazam.
Let's be honest. The kid, not much of a kid anymore.
No, I know, yeah.
He's damn near a grown adult.
Yeah, so they fucked up.
I hope they got a lot of shit in the can film with him just doing random nonsense.
Yeah, no, they're gonna CGI that bitch.
It's gonna be
so
Lex
hard.
Luthor.
No, no.
The one from
But yeah,
Batman vs Superman.
I'm looking forward to Shazam 2. There's not a lot out there about it, but I'm really giving it a lot of optimism. Looking forward to seeing that. What about you, Russell?
the muscle.
Weakling?
You know what? I quit.
My job here is done. You're welcome, people. So you can find us at the Sofa Kingdom Podcast.
Violence, or is this the wrong crowd?
It's definitely the wrong crowd. Sofa Kingdom OFC.
Well, Shazam 2 for me is actually a close second. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm excited for all of them coming out. Black
All right.
Adam. I'm
Yes.
excited to see him as an anti-hero.
As an anti-venom. Oh, hero. Go ahead.
I'm excited for Shazam 2, like you said.
All right.
I'm excited to see what they do with that storyline. But I gotta say, the Batman I'm excited for as well.
Okay.
But
Glittery Batman. Go ahead.
Not in the
It-
DCEU.
Sparkles.
it won't.
Sparkles.
It
You want to
won't-
see Sparkles as
it won't-
Batman?
all I know is it won't beat the Dark Knight. Okay.
No. But you know what? I will say this. When I seen the trailer, pleasantly surprised.
they-
I was
yeah.
like, it could be
Yeah.
fucking sick.
They're leaning heavily
really could.
into detective
Yeah.
portion of Batman.
Yeah, I think it looks good. So I'm with you there. All right. So what are you going
But
with?
the most excited for Flashpoint.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I am interested to see what they do with the Flash storyline on the
Okay.
big screen in his solo film. Plus, I did see the small trailer,
Okay.
and it looks pretty funny. And it's the Flash. I mean,
Yeah.
he should be funny. I think he's going to be
And
a
they
good movie.
say statistically, a lot of small Weasley guys with afros like the Flash.
Listen, Ezra Miller for the retcon.
I
Let's
really
be
hate
honest.
this
That's what the
motherfucker.
DCEU needs right now.
Yes, they do. They need. Oh my God! Did you see him in the trailer though? He looks like a Beatles extra. Like I don't know what the fuck he was wearing. Was he wearing like
Oh, man,
flip flops and a scarf and shit?
They were going hard on his cowl.
Oh
'cause
my
it was,
God! It's
it was
so
a little
bad.
rough. But,
Yeah, it was a little rough. But Ezra Miller, funny guy, good actor. So what? He's weird. Who isn't? You know what I mean? Look at the guy in the middle. So
yeah, I am looking forward to seeing what they do to use it to fix some of the issues they've established that they gotta undo.
So Ed, skipping over Russell Russell. What are you looking forward to? Let's see. All right,
Like I was saying,
jumping in.
gotta take his mic away sometimes. You gotta keep this motherfucker in check when he's on your show.
Sorry. This is your show. Continue.
I am excited for all four.
See if you said over here.
But at the same time, I am a little worried. Okay. Listen. Don't cut off my mic on my show. All right?
Oh shit.
I don't think I ever showed that to Nelson. I just had to. It was the time.
Oh man, I'm laughing so hard it hurts.
Oh man. But even though I'm excited for all four, I'm
Okay.
a little worried because I'm more Marvel, and I wasn't a big fan of most of the DCEU movies. So it makes me a little worried that these might flop a little bit as well. Because out of all of them so far, I mean, Aquaman, I'm close to rewatching. Like I said, I didn't enjoy it as much as a lot of them. Out of three of them.
Right.
But there's only really 3 movies that I really enjoyed that I would watch over and over again.
But if you think about it, they were probably some of the most recent. And once you see Suicide Squad Part 2, I think you're going to be reinvigorated as to like, okay, the DC feels like it has direction now.
Yeah.
You know, but again, they really need to go back to establishing their characters. Because think about it. What are the movies that you like the best, right? Wonder Woman,
Shazam and Batman vs
Shazam.
Superman.
Batman. So they're pretty
singular
established
movies.
characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody knows the Batman story. You don't have to keep showing the pearls falling. Everybody knows the Superman story.
Stop murdering his parents,
God.
for God's sake. How many times do we have
Sick
to watch
fucks.
That
him
poor boy.
watch them
That
die?
poor boy. Over and over again. Just like
So sad.
they just want us to see the tears in his eyes as his
So
parents.
you're not allowed to
get
play
killed.
this role until we murder his parents in front of you.
Did you rank the movie?
No, the one I'm most excited. I'm
the
looking
most excited.
forward to see because
Yes.
is gonna be Black Adam, and
Yeah.
I'm very curious about how they're going to establish that character because he's supposed to be a villain. He's supposed to be Shazam's nemesis.
Right.
He's got these same powers. But a longer timeline of having him.
But
so
they
he's got more
started
knowledge
establishing
behind
him
it.
in the video that The Rock did with the rappers.
Yeah.
Yes. So I mean, it's gonna be interesting when he's there and he's beatboxing and he's trying to battle rap him. 'Cause I don't think.
Of course. Of course he gets his own movie. It's The Rock.
Yeah.
So that's why Black Adam gets a
The Rock.
solo
He's
movie.
gonna kill
I
it.
don't think Shazam can spit the heat that The Rock does there.
Word.
Because it's hard to watch. Anyway, it's one of
And
those.
he's one of my favorite
like,
actors.
I know what they could do
The Rock
with
sucks.
Ezra Miller and the Flash movie, you know, and seeing the way they
Batman's
displayed
better.
his powers and the way they used them again in the Snyder cut.
All right.
It like if they take some of that into the Flashpoint and they actually take the Flashpoint story for fuck's sake,
Yeah.
and do that story, it'll be fantastic, and they can use that to really set things in place again. So the outlier for me is the Black Adam. So that's the one I'm excited to see, because that may be where they can go wrong or they can continue going in the right
Right.
direction.
Okay.
All right, two things. First off, for an afterthought, this motherfucker talked a lot.
Oh, he's good. He knows his shit. He knows his shit.
Secondly, no one's excited for the Batman. We
I
all
mean,
named different ones.
It's
for the
not
Batman.
in the DCEU.
It's not in the
It's
DCE.
not on the
I
so
still
we're
wanna
sticking
talk
to the
about it.
task. We're sticking to the task, bro.
I'm thoroughly
Get on the
excited to see
page.
what
I
he
still want
does.
to talk about it.
Because if you look at the movies, he's worked so hard to get away from sparkly vampire boy, and if you look at the movies he's done in
Yes.
between, you
They've
can
been more
see-
serious roles.
you can see what they see that he can do to play Batman in a very more detective aspect.
All right.
And let's be honest, the trailers for it are pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
But again, not in the DCEU, because DC can't get their shit together and everybody's playing
And
with the
that's
toys.
why they're fucking
and
with
they're
it.
not in the same house.
So to wrap up this episode of the Sofa Kingdom podcast,
Muscle talk. Let me correct him.
let me ask you one question, RJ, since I'm the host.
Listen, don't listen to him. I'm the host.
Bro,
I'm in the middle.
No, you
I'm in the
No,
middle.
you clearly are the host. So, host for the final
Listen, I'm the
question
one
of
with
the
the
Sofa
shades.
Kingdom podcast.
I'm the one with the shades.
Bro, now that you put those on, you know what? You are the
oh
boss.
yeah, that's
Boss
right.
of my ass. No, seriously. What would you like to take us out with?
Well, just look at these good looks. That's all I gotta say.
All right, that's a pile of bullshit. So, going back
I
to...
took over the big screen. All right, I took over the big screen.
You did a good job, man. No, thank you for inviting us to our
course.
house to record in our studio your podcast.
Listen, it was this motherfucker's idea. Let me get it straight.
It was. We set them the fuck up.
I went to my studio.
And nobody showed up because I asked him if he had a bowl of green Skittles, and the motherfucker said no.
I had a candy cane for him.
All right, look, to
If you're
wrap
not
this up.
reading my waiver, I want them separated to make sure you read the fine print.
This is not how you treat a star. All right, so to wrap it up, if you had to choose one character in the DCEU cinematic universe as your favorite to close it up, who is it? Go.
Which movie role, I should say, which movie for that character would you use?
Just specifically DCEU. All right. If it was DC in a whole, obviously I would choose Dark Knight, but I'm gonna go with Shazam because I really enjoyed Zachary Levi.
Portrayal. All right.
Yeah.
For me, I'm going to go with Aquaman in
Well, no one cares what you're going with.
Aquaman. And Ed, what about you?
Oh, I think I'm gonna go with the guy that wears the hat in the movie about the hat.
Yeah, that sounds good. Cat in the Hat. That's a DCEU movie, right?
Yeah, but it should be in the DCEU. I mean, he could probably be a pretty strong character, the Cat in the Hat. Think about it. I mean,
He'd be.
speaking of people that need hats, RJ, what the fuck is going on with your hair?
Yeah, the Cat in the Hat would be stronger than Superman.
Yeah, I agree. He is. He just is. Because if Batman can beat him, well, fuck it. Why not Carmen Sandiego, Bob the Builder, Russell the Muscle? You know, throw any of those weak motherfuckers at him.
Dora the Explorer.
Dora the Explorer too. Yeah,
Hey,
fuck it. And Boots.
Bring
Boots.
Bring the map too.
Yeah.
I'm the map. I'm the map.
Can I?
You
can
went
I-
too far.
Can I send Kingdom Come Superman from the
Yeah, you
crossover?
can. Yeah, from the crossovers. Yes.
Because he did an excellent job at portraying
I agree.
the hope
Alright.
that Superman is supposed to actually be in the face of everything
Be
that
quiet,
went
be
wrong.
quiet.
Instead of
We're off course. It's time to end it.
right.
My
You're right,
show,
time to end
my
it.
All right, thank you for joining us at the Sofa Kingdom podcast. You can find us at
Sofa Kingdom OFC.
and you can find us on YouTube at.
Sofa Kingdom podcast.
Also, if you like Russell the Muscle, you can find him on.
He's on YouTube somewhere too, right?
And don't forget to look him up on.
This was an episode of Muscle Talk.
Dude, why are you yelling?
Yeah, seriously.
I always got to be interrupted on my
How
own show.
rude. How rude.
Now, tune my music.
You don't have music on there.
That's what I got. Unless you want some sad Hulk. Congratulations.
All right.
That's option 2.
This was an episode of Muscle Talk. Disappointed.
But was it though?
Taking over my own damn podcast. I was your host, Russell the Muscle. RTM for short. Please see me on another episode, on my next episode, without these two jackasses. Thank you.
Bro, I think that was a really good podcast, to be honest.